was in Nicaragua in the late 80s, while I was working there as a volunteer. That's when I first heard the music of Victor Jara.
Te recuerdo, Amanda, la calle mojada, corriendo a la fábrica donde trabajaba Manuel.
A campesino I was working with lent me a tape of some of his songs. Despite the poor quality of the recording, I was spellbound and resolved to find out about the background of the music.
Con él, con él, con él, con él, son 5 minutos, la vida es eterna en 5 minutos, suenan las sirenas, de vuelta al trabajo, y tú caminando, lo ilumina a todos.
The music introduced me to the dream, from a Chile of the 1970s, when the new song movement there was part of social and political change, and before it was all tragically cut short, with the death of Victor and many others. Some years later, having moved to Machynlleth in mid-Wales, myself and a girlfriend, Polly Henderson, decided with some trepidation to put on an evening of Victor Jara's songs as a fundraiser for the Victor Jara Foundation in Chile. The evening was highly successful. We decided to put on some more evening events, and this led to us organising the first 3-day El Sueño Existe festival in 2005. A reminder of those times, showing that the dream still existed and could thrive in the heart of Wales. Many local people became involved, including Keith Jackson, who had strong links with the Chilean community in the UK, through taking Chilean refugees into his home in the 70s.
The New Song movement and popular unity had shown how the combination of culture, music and politics was life.
Because I had now visited Chile, I had made some important links that would help to bring the dream to life. I had met with Victor Jara's English widow, Joan, and she was happy to send a recorded message of goodwill from Santiago to the festival in Machynlleth.
Hello everybody, this is Joan Jara, Victor's widow, speaking to you from the Victor Jara Foundation in Chile. I think it is some kind of human miracle that more than 30 years after his cruel death, Victor's name and example can still bring people together to work for a better world.
Another highlight was the appearance of Gerardo Osal. I met with this Venezuelan troubadour during a march to the grave of Salvador Allende. He came over for the festival and was soon delighting locals and visitors alike with his magical music and larger-than-life character. He has returned to Machynlleth 3 times. Through the El Sueño events, we became aware of the extent of solidarity of Wales towards Chile during the dark years of the Pinochet dictatorship, and was soon in touch with singers such as David Ewan, who I discovered had written a song in Welsh about Victor Jara. He quickly became a strong supporter of the festival. The last festival in 2011 took his song Against All Odds, Amor Hyd, as its theme. David Ewan also translated one of Victor's songs into Welsh, A hawli fyw mewn hedd, the right to live in peace, el derecho de vivir en paz. And I sang it recently at a Chilean peña with Helen Pendry and Chilean Beb on harp. So far there have been 4 festivals, each one focusing on a particular theme, but all of them based on what Victor would be singing about if he were alive today. We've celebrated some of the important events in Latin America and looked at the lessons for Wales.
And suddenly this regime is failing.
Many Latin Americans from communities in England also attended this unique mix of music, culture and politics. Some of them curious, if not surprised, as to how there could be a festival celebrating Victor Jara in rural Wales.
Victor Jara!
Presente!
¿Hasta cuándo?
Hasta siempre!
¡Viva el Festival en Gales!
¡Viva!
But I think they came to realise that there are things in the history and culture of Wales and Latin America that resonate, such as the right of small countries to choose their own destiny and celebrate their culture rather than be oppressed by larger neighbours. My links with Chile have continued, not least with the annual Victor Jara festival in Chilean, Victor's birthplace.
Venimos de un pueblo se llama Mahantla, en una parte muy montañosa de Gales.
At the 2008 Chilean festival I sang this song, composed by a friend, Paul Baker Hernandez, in Victor Jara's back garden many years ago.
Vision strong, and the echoes of his music, they're still binding all our wrongs. He sings for homeless children, he sings for human rights, and I thought I heard sweet Victor singing in the night. Don't give up.
He now lives in Nicaragua, but has performed at some of our events. In 2009, we played his song together here in Wales.
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up the struggle now. Keep on singing out for freedom, don't give up the struggle.
The festivals have been nothing if not varied, with potent representations of dance, poetry, theatre and politics, such as Bolivian dancing, and even including scissor dancers from Peru. One wonderful example of how music and politics can be combined was provided by Luzmila Carpio in 2009. She is not only a singer, but is the Bolivian ambassador to France, and she gave a mesmerising talk, combining current Bolivian politics, birdsong, and a Quechua lullaby. In 2011, a group called Eco Memoria added something to the dream. Eco Memoria plant trees in memory of people murdered during the Pinochet dictatorship.
María Arriagada, presente. María Arriagada, presente.
Murdered by a regime that thought that their victims would be forgotten. These two trees, planted during the 2011 festival, and now growing here in the heart of rural Wales, are proof that they are remembered. The most recent Sueño event, in December 2012, was a Chilean peña, in which Alejandro and Pablo Reyes played.
Victor Jara had already joined us, but he not in time to be in the picture, unfortunately.
Alejandro was a founder member of Cuncumen, Victor Jara's first band, and recorded with him in the late 50s. It was an honour to have him and his son present in Mahantla.
A las 7 de la mañana suena el pito en la faena, con la última chupada me tragó todas mis penas. Ay, 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 me querís, ay, 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 me querís, ay, ay, ay.
2013 is the 40th anniversary of the Chilean coup. Victor and his family have still not received justice for his brutal murder. The dream of Victor Jara is a source of inspiration and a signpost for people in Latin America and beyond who are seeking a better world that Victor once dreamed about.
Te recuerdo, Amanda, la calle mojada, corriendo a la fábrica donde trabajaba Manuel. Tu sonrisa ancha, la lluvia en el pelo, no importaba nada.